We were reading on the face of it. Last we completed, as I have ticked in my book, in page number 61. That page number 61. The conversation was going on. The last speech that we want to mean that Terry first told that yes, that you are peculiar. You say a few things that I cannot understand. At this, Mr. Lamb told that you may come here, and because my gate of my garden, the gate of the garden is always open, and anybody could come here. Anybody could come here. Where is it written? So today I have sent it to the Gmail you have given. Okay. Okay. Now at this, now Mr. Lamp is telling that I have a hive of bees behind those trees over there, and some hear bees and they say bees buzz, but I can listen these bees and I feel they hum. Hum means they sing. Means Mr. Lamb wants to tell that again that it depends on your mind, that how it will look, how it will look, it will remain the same. Now at this, Jerry told, I hear them singing, my bees. That Mr. Lamb's last speech that we completed. Now Jerry, but I like it here. Jerry told, I like it here. Okay, Bharat. I will see it. Actually, I have not opened it yet. No, last day I opened it. I saw a few of them had sent, but I have not opened it yet. After 23rd, I will open that mail, and I will see that how many of you had sent it. Okay. Now, Jerry, but I like it here. Jerry told, I like it here. I came in because I liked it when I looked over the wall. Jerry told, yes, actually, you know that Jerry always wants to lead his life away from the hubbub, away from the mainstream of society, because he always thinks that whenever he would come, the other people would look at his face and they would start criticizing him, and that he could not tolerate, and that is the reason that he always stay away from others. Now, but I like it here. I came in because I like it when I looked over the wall. Now, Mr. Lamb, if you had seen me, you would not have come in. Mr. Lamb told, oh, yes, you have come in. You were telling that you like it here. You come in, but Mr. Lamb told that if you would have seen me, because then you would not come in here. Jerry told, yes, no. Mr. Lamb is telling also no. So actually, Mr. Lamb, when Jerry told that I like it here, I like this garden, at this Mr. Lamb told, okay, you have come here, you like it, it's okay. But if you had seen me before, then you would not come here, isn't it? At this, Jerry told no, and Mr. Lamb also told no. Now Jerry, it would have been trespassing. And Jerry told, it would have been trespassing, means without telling anything, without taking permission. Trespassing means somebody who is entering without permission. So it would have been trespassing without taking permission. You have come here, Mr. Lamb. No, Jerry is telling, it would have been trespassing, you know. Mr. Lamb, that's not why. Actually, Jerry wanted to give excuse that why he would not come to his garden, and Jerry thought that it would be trespassing. Now Jerry, I don't like being near people when they stare, when I see them being afraid of me. And Jerry told again that I don't want to stay with me. That is the reason that Jerry told it clearly, that is the reason that why I always spend alone, away from the mainstream of society, because I don't want the people, I don't allow other people to stare at my burnt face, and when I see them being afraid of me. Now Mr. Lamb, you could lock yourself up in a room and never leave it. There was a man who did it. He was afraid. Now Mr. Lamb was telling a story to Jerry. Mr. Lamb told, if you want to stay at the room, then you might lock you at the room and you might stay here all the time. Now there was a man who used to do it. And now Mr. Lamb was telling the story. Of course, everything in this world, a bus might run him over, or a man might breathe deadly germs onto him, or a donkey might kick him to death, or lightning might strike him down, or he might love a girl and the girl would leave him, and he might slip on a banana skin and fall, and people who saw him would love their heads off. So Mr. Lamp was telling the story to Jerry that there was a man who always used to lock him up in that in room because he was afraid of anything. And these are the reason that he was afraid of. That he used to think that whenever I would come, a bus might run him over, or a man might, breathe deadly germs onto him. It is, this is very relevant in this COVID situation. Or a donkey might kick him to death, or the man was very much afraid of that a donkey might kick him and he might die. Or lightning, he might die from lightning. Or he might love a girl and the girl would leave him and he might die of lovelessness. Or he might sleep down on a banana skin and the people would laugh to seeing this. So the man was afraid of everything, and he used to lock him up in the room. What had happened to the man? Now, who saw him would love him there. So he went into this room and locked the door and got into his bed and stayed there. And Mr. Lamb told that the man was afraid of everything, and the man had decided that he would never come out of his room. He locked him down in his room, and he always stayed in his room. Jerry, forever? Jerry is asking, forever? Lamb told, for a while. For a while means this tendency or this thinking had come to him for a certain time. Now Jerry, then what? Then Jerry was very much curious to know what had happened to that man. A picture fall off the wall on his head and killed him. Mr. Lamb told that the man was very much afraid of dying. The man was very much afraid that he might die in any way. There were thousands way that he might die if he would come out. But ultimately, and the man decided to lock him up in the room. But ultimately, where he was there in his bed, in the wall there was a picture hanging, and the picture had fallen on his head and killed the man. Jerry laughs a lot, and Jerry laughs, just listening this story. Now, Mr. Lamb, you see, actually, Mr. Lamb wants to give a message to Jerry. Now, Jerry couldn't understand, but you still say peculiar things. Jerry told you say peculiar things. Now, Mr. Lamb, peculiar to some. What do you do all day? Now, Jerry is getting more and more interested towards Lamb. He wanted to know the daily routine of Lamb, lifestyle of Lamb. Now, he asked Lamb, what do you do every day? How do you spend all through the day? Sit in the sun, read books. You thought it was an empty house, but inside it's full, books and other things. Full. Now, actually, Mr. Lamb told that I sit in the garden, I enjoy the sunshine, and I read books all through the day. And Mr. Lamb told this to Jerry that you think that there's an empty house. No, it's filled with books, books and other things. You can't say that it's an empty house. It's an empty house. Now, full, but there aren't any curtains at the windows. Now, Jerry had noticed that in Mr. Lamb's house, actually the house is adjoining, the garden is adjoining to that house. The garden is in front of his house, and he is having a large house. So Jerry had noticed that in the window of Lamb's house there was not curtain. So he asked this, but there aren't any curtain at the windows, Mr. Lamb. I'm not fond of curtains, Mr. Lamb told. I don't want any curtains. Shutting things out, shutting things in means I don't want that. What does curtain do? Curtains actually hide something. Or if I just turn over the curtain, then I could show the things to others. So shutting things out, shutting things in, I don't like it. I like the light and the darkness and the windows open to hear the wind. Means Mr. Lamb told, I like everything. I like wind, I like darkness, but I don't want to make it artificially. When it's light, I like light. When it's darkness, I like darkness. And I also windows open, and I also like the windows to open. So I don't want to hide anything. I just want to show what is original, to hear the wind, and I also like to hear the wind. Yes, Jerry told, yes, I like that. When it's raining, I like to hear it on the roof. Jerry told, yes. When Mr. Lamb told that I like to listen to the sound of wind. At this, Jerry told, yes, that I also like. I like the pattering sound of rain when the rain drops on the roof, and the pattering sound of rain, I like to listen here. I like to listen these. No, Jerry. They talk about, oh, you are Mr. Lamb. So you are not lost, are you? Means Mr. Lamb, when Jerry told that I also like to listen the sounds of rain when it falls on a rope, yes, on the rope. At this, Mr. Lamb told, "Oh, you are not lost, are you?" Lost means you are not lost in your own thinking. What was Daddy's thinking? Daddy's thinking is that nothing would happen in my life as my face has been burned, so my life had been spoiled. This was Daddy's thinking. So Mr. Lamb, when Daddy told that I also like the patting sound of rain, at this Mr. Lamb told, "Oh, you are not totally lost then. Okay, or not altogether. You do hear things. You listen." Actually, as he was surprised, "You do hear things. You listen." Now, Jerry, they talk about me. Jerry is telling they talk about me. They means Jerry wanted to mean his parents. That they talk about me downstairs when I'm not there. And he told downstairs, I heard. Actually, Jerry overheard his parents talk about him. That I heard what he will do ever, what's going to happen to him when we are gone, however will he get on in this world, looking like that, with that on his face. That's what they say. Now, Jerry had overheard that actually when Jerry was absent, or Jerry was not there in downstairs, his parents were discussing about all that, what is going to happen to him, what he will do, however he will get on this world, looking like that. Now, Jerry's parents is always concerned about it, and Jerry, overheard all this. Now, we know from the beginning of the text we saw that Jerry is out and out negative. So this might be another reason that why Jerry becomes so much negative, because he heard from his own parents that they are regretting, or they are discussing about that what he would do, having a burned face when they would not be there, when they would die, how the how their child would get into this world. So they were very much concerned about. They actually, this was a wrong thing that had been done by their parents, by his parents, that his parents would encourage him, as Mr. Lamp is doing. His parents would try to put more and more positive thinking in him, but they were so much lamenting because of his burned face, that effect had come on Jerry, and Jerry became out and out negative. Now, Mr. Lamb, "Lord, boy, you have got two arms, two legs, and eyes and ears. You have got a tongue and a brain." Now, Mr. Lamb, see, so encouraging a speech. When Daddy told that, my parents are always thinking like this, that what I would do, how I would get on to this world, actually how I would spend my days and all these. Now, Mr. Lamb, "Lord, you have got two arms, two legs, and eyes and ears, and you got a tongue and a brain. You will get on the way you want, like all the rest." Mr. Lamb told that you don't have any problem. You are having tongue, you are having your two legs, you are having eyes, you are having ears, everything. And if you want, you can get on the way if you want, like the other people. And if you choose and set your mind to it, you could get on better than all the rest. This is the way Mr. Lamb is encouraging Jerry. Why you are thinking like this? Why you are giving so much importance about the thinking about you by the other people? You are having everything. You got your hand, you got your tongue, you got your brain, you got your eyes, you got your ears. So if you want, you can lead a life just like the normal people. Not only that, if you really wish, then you can have a better life than the normal life as well, normal people as well. Now, Jerry, how Jerry was so much surprised, because in his 14 years age, he had not heard such kind of a suggestion from others. So he was surprised. He told, "How?" Mr. Lamb, "Same way as I do." Now, Mr. Lamb was giving his own example to Jerry, that, "See, I am also a man with deformities. I am also handicapped, but I do not feel bothered. I do not bother about this, and I know that I am leading my life probably better than the other people. So why you are asking me that how it should be? Just see me. I'm a live example in front of you." Now, Jerry do you have any friends? Now Jerry is asking this to Mr. Lamb, and that is the reason that Jerry is getting more interested to know more and more about Mr. Lamb. Now Jerry asks Mr. Lamb, do you have any friends? Mr. Lamb answered, hundreds. I'm having 100 friends. Now Jerry, but you live by yourself in that house. It's a big house too. Jerry told, no, but it doesn't seem that you're having lots of friends. You live here alone. This is a big house. You live here alone there. No, Mr. Lamb, friends everywhere. Mr. Lamb told, no, I'm having friends everywhere. People come in, everybody knows me. He's telling that everybody knows, everybody in this surrounding knows me. The gate is always open. They come and sit here, and in front of the fire in winter, that the people come here and sit here, sit in my garden, and the winter in front of the fire. They make fire in the garden, and they sit in front of the fire in the month of winters. Kids come for the apples and pears and for toffee. I make toffee with honey. Anybody comes. So have you? So Mr. Lamp is telling that yes, children also come for toffee and apples and pears also, and I make toffee. Toffee with honey. Jerry, but I'm not a friend. And Mr. Lamb told, everybody comes here. As you have come, just like everybody comes here. Now Jerry is telling, but I'm not your friend. Jerry is telling, yes, I have come here. It's true, but you are talking about your friend, and I'm not your friend. Now Mr. Lamb, certainly you are, so far as I am concerned. What have you done to make me think you are not? Now, Mr. Lamp is telling, certainly you are my friend. So far I know you are my friend. Then he asked again to Jerry, what do you feel? Why do you feel that you are not my friend? Why do you feel like this? Now, Jerry, you don't know me. You don't know where I come from or even what my name is. Jerry is telling you don't know where I've come from. What is my name? How could you tell that I'm your friend? This is Jerry's point of view. Now, Mr. Lamb, what should that signify? He told, what is the important about this? Do I have to write all your particulars down and put them in a filling box before you can be friend? You can be a friend? No, Mr. Lamb told to Jerry, what does that signify? That where from you have come, what's your name, or what do you live? Do I need to fill up a form, write all these particulars, and then put it in a filling box, and then only I can make friendship with you? Is there any means like this? Now Jerry, I suppose not. No, Jerry told, no, not like this. Mr. Lamb, you could tell me your name if you choose. Mr. Lamb told, okay, I don't know your name, but if you like, you can tell me your name to me, and not if you don't. And if you don't like, no need to tell your name to me. Now Jerry, only it's Derek, but I hate that. Jerry told that, my name is Jerry. My name is Derek, but I hate that. Question is, why does he hate his name? His name is Derek, and he is having a burn face, so people call him by that name, Derek. So he does not like that name, as probably people call him as Derek, and people know that Derek has having a burn face. You might never see me again, and that I couldn't still be a friend. And he told that you might not see me again. I have come here in a garden. I would go from here. So afterwards, you may not see me again. So how I could be your friend? Mr. Lamb, why not? No, Jerry, how could I? You pass people in the street and you might even speak to them, but you never see them again. Now Jerry is giving his own opinion. Jerry is telling how it would be possible that whenever, if you may not see me again, how you could treat me as your friend. Because in the street we pass lots of people every day. We even do not speak to them. So, but you never see them again. You never see them again. It doesn't mean that they are our friends. So we come across lots of people in the street. We do not know anything about them. We may not see them again in our life. So it doesn't mean that they are our friends. And Mr. Lamb, doesn't mean they are enemies either, does it? Mr. Lamb is telling, okay. But that doesn't mean that they are our enemies. You are telling that they might not be our friend, but they are not our enemies. Jerry, no, they are just nothing people. That's all. Jerry told, no, they are just nothing people. Means Jerry wanted to tell, no, these people are that we come across in the street. These people are not our friend, not our enemies. Also, they are nothing. People are never just nothing. Never. Mr. Lamb told, no, people are never just nothing. Never means people. You should give importance to yourself. Why Lamb told? Because Lamb wanted to tell this to Jerry, as you are telling that they are nothing. So why do you give lots of importance to their conversation when you listen to these? No, Jerry, there are some people I hate. Jerry told, there are some people I hate. Now, Mr. Lamb, that would do you more harm than any bottle of acid. Acid only burns your face. Now, when Jerry told that I hate people, few people, at this, Mr. Lamb told, oh, do you have hatred at your soul, at your in your mind? Then this will harm you the most. Actually, acid could burn your face, but if you have hatred in your mind, that could burn your soul as well. And Mr. Lamb would give him philosophical thinking to Jerry that we will learn next day. So today, up to this, it's time up already, and wish you a Merry Christmas to you, to your all family members. Be happy, celebrate it this Christmas, and stay safe and keep joining our classes. Thank you for joining my class. Bye bye.